Welcome to my channel. My name is Tiffany Shyla. If you have not been here before, then welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Glad to see you guys again, even though I'm not really seeing you. Welcome back. So today I am going to be doing a story time on the time I got stalked by my teacher. Now, I might be dragging it, y'all. Let me know because I am really dramatic. But I feel like it was that serious. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was that serious. So, I'm going to tell y'all the story about how I got stalked by my teacher. So, we're going to name him Mr. Globe because that's dumb. But anyways, he was teaching world geography. So, Mr. Globe it is. Okay? So, Mr. Globe was that cool teacher that everybody wanted to be around. Like, everybody wanted to be friends and cool with Mr. Globe. He was real chill. He was kind of nerdy, I'm not gonna lie. But he was young. He wasn't cute. Not that that matters, but like he was young, he wasn't cute, like he wasn't like, you know how girls be trying to be cool with certain teachers because they're cute. He wasn't like one of those. He was just young and real chill. So he was like a personable person. So I guess that's why people gravitated towards him more. But yeah, Mr. Globe, I almost said his real name just Mr. Globe was real chill and everybody wanted to be his friend. Mr. Globe also had a Facebook page. And everybody had him as a friend on Facebook. I was kind of iffy about it because I'm just like, I don't really like following adults in the first place on social media. Like, I don't like being friends with them on social media because I don't want them to bring my social media up. Like, that is a big pet peeve of mine when anybody really brings up my social media trying to like talk to me about it. I don't know why. I just don't ask. But yeah, so I was like, do he be talking about their Facebook stuff, like their Facebook posts and stuff like that? I didn't know. So that's why for the longest time I didn't add him on Facebook. But like I would always hear my peers in class discussing like the things that he posted and like going on Twitter talking about Mr. Globe says so and so and so, did you see? And they be like, yeah, I saw. I didn't believe you saw. Like, and I'm like all out the loop because I'm the only one in the class who does not have Mr. Globe on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can get some educated articles off of Mr. Globe's page. I didn't follow him for anything else. Like, I just thought, like, I was going to find cool facts and stuff. Like, because I'm that type of person. Like, I'll be doing extra research out of class. So, I'm like, maybe I'll find cool articles on his page and things like that. So, I added him on Facebook. I gave in and I added him on Facebook. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, because I am a little bit nosy sometimes. Like, for the most part, I'll be minding my business real hard. But it's like in human nature to look through somebody's pictures in profile when you add them as a friend on social media. So that's what I did. I went through his pictures and stuff like that, and it turns out Mr. Globe had a wife. Like, he had a whole wife, and they didn't have any kids, but he had a wife, and like over summer vacation and spring break and just all breaks, they would always go traveling around the world. And I would see their pictures like on Facebook. I'm talking about like while I'm creeping, I saw all their pictures. They go to Egypt, they've been to places in Europe, like they go all over the place. And so I'm like, oh, they fine. But I also see like what my peers are talking about, like the articles he be posting and the stuff he be posting. Okay, cool facts, whatever. So I get to class one day. I have him on Facebook for a minute now, and I get to class one day, and I'm just like chilling. I sit in the front row of class every time I go. Sorry, y'all. I just watched my neighbor get I don't know. Okay, that was weird. Okay. So, yeah, I get to class and I sit in the front row because that's where I sit all the time. Like, I'm that student. I always sit in the front row of all of my classes, like, for the most part. There are very few times I sit in the back. So, I sit in the front row, right? And at the beginning of his classes, he did something like, it's not called a case study, but basically you would, oh, that's what it's called. It's called current events. And he would make us look things up for homework every week, and he would randomly choose on the list who's gonna go. It could be 2 people one day, it could be 3 people one day, just depending on how he's feeling. Like, and so everybody needs to be prepared with their current events article and their research and stuff that they need to do. And so I think this week I didn't go, but I'm just paying attention to my peers. And it took the first 30 minutes of class for them to present. And then he goes into our normally scheduled class. So this man gets up after everybody presented and goes around his desk. And this is when, like, the projector computer thing was popping, so he could put his, you know, desktop on and it'll project onto the front screen and be like in front of the class. And so he puts it on and he opens up, like, it boots up or whatever, the computer boots up, and we see it like connecting. It's synced now at this point to the projector. And he opens up Google Chrome. And you know, when you open up a new tab, like, or maybe it was back in the day, I don't know if it still does that, but back in the day, like when I was in 9th grade and you open up Google Chrome, it would show like 6 little boxes, like 3 and 3. And it said the last opened or last viewed pages or something like that. You know what I'm talking about, like the last opened page or recently closed tabs. That's what it is. Okay, like a recently closed tab. And so it had the very first picture on the thing where he pressed new tab and it said all the recently visited sites or whatever. The very first picture up there was my Facebook profile. And not only was it my Facebook profile, y'all, it was my photos. Like, you know how it would say Facebook and then so-and-so's profile. It legit said Facebook, Tiffany Shyla, parenthesis, photos. And it had, under it, it was literally my page with its photos opened. And I'm like, I legit could have died of embarrassment, y'all. Like, I was so embarrassed. Don't ask me why I'm embarrassed, but I feel really embarrassed at this point. And I didn't know what to do. I feel like, you know when you can feel people staring at you? Like I said, I was sitting in the front of the class, and I feel like laser beams are on my back from people staring at me so hard. I'm like, I just turned around and I see everybody just staring at me. I'm like, great, way to go. Like, what do we do from here? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we gonna do about this? And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna tell on him. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm telling on him. Yeah, I'm gonna let the principal know. But how I was in high school, I was about it. Like, I was a really quiet girl. I'm not about to go out my way to get people in trouble. Like, I was thinking about, like, the fact that he had his wife, and I just didn't want him to get fired for that, even though I was really, really embarrassed, and I know that's something to be taken seriously. The fact that he was on my Facebook photos scrolling through, and it was a recently visited page. It was something to be taken seriously, but the type of person I am, like, I'm very empathetic, so I didn't tell on him. I told my mom, and she told me to tell the principal, but I never told on him. I just blocked him on Facebook after that, and I legit couldn't look at him in his eyes after that. I just wanted to slap his glasses off, like. But I could not look at him in his eyes after that for a really long time. Pretty much until I got out of his class. Like, I could not look at him the same. But yeah, that was the story of the time that my teacher in 9th grade stalked me and I caught him. Y'all let me know if I was dragging the story like I was being dramatic. Or let me know if something similar happened to you, or if I handled it the correct way. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. Bye guys.